Good morning, students. How are you? I hope you are all doing good. And I am thinking that most of you are not watching full video. Watch full video, subscribe the channel. It will be helpful to you in future because you will get the latest notification. Yesterday we have discussed about laws of reflection and image formation by a plane mirror. So today we will gonna do in detail about spherical mirrors. Spherical mirrors is just a type of curved mirror. Most commonly used curved mirror is a spherical mirror. Spherical mirror, the reflecting surface of a spherical mirror is a part of a sphere. Let us start with our today's topic, spherical mirrors. All of you know if this is a sphere, let's say this is a sphere. If I rub this surface, so this becomes a mirror if I polish its one surface. So spherical mirrors are what? Which are a part of a sphere. So first write down the definition that mirrors whose reflecting surface is a part of a sphere is known as spherical mirrors. It means किसी भी स्फीयर का जो पार्ट होगा उसी की रिफ्लेक्टिंग सरफेस वो हमारे पास क्या होगा? स्फेरिकल मिरर. So spherical mirrors can be of two types. We will discuss both of the types of spherical mirrors in detail. Two types, one is concave mirror and other is convex mirror. Basic difference between these two mirrors are, in concave mirror the reflecting surface is curved inwards. It means it is facing the center of the sphere. This was the sphere and this was the center of sphere. So जो reflecting surface है वो किसको face कर रही है? Center of sphere को. That type of mirror will be concave mirror. It means it is curved inwards. And if the reflecting surface is curved outwards means बाहर वाली surface जो है वो क्या है? Reflecting. तो अंदर वाली को कैसा होना पड़ेगा? It must be polished surface. So if this is the case, so sphere will be this. It means reflecting surface is behind the center. In this case it is facing the center and in this case it is behind the center. So in concave mirror write down that the reflecting surface is curved inwards. Reflecting surface is curved inwards and facing the center of the sphere. इट मीन्स जो रिफ्लेक्टिंग सरफेस है वो इनवर्ड में कर्व्ड हो रखी है और वो सेंटर को फेस कर रही है, एंड इन दिस केस टोटल वाइस वर्सा, रिफ्लेक्टिंग सरफेस इज कर्व्ड आउटवर्ड्स and it is behind the mirror, and it is behind its center of the sphere. So now I think you are all clear that spherical mirrors, these are part of a sphere. Two types of spherical mirrors are there. One is concave mirror, other is convex mirror. In concave mirror, the reflecting surface will be curved inwards. In this convex mirror, the reflecting surface will be curved outwards. This reflecting surface is facing the center and this is behind the center. Now let us discuss some terms about these mirrors. These terms are common for both the mirrors, so I am taking just concave mirror. These terms are common for both the mirrors, that's why, but when we do image formation we will do that for both the mirrors. First term is pole. You can give the heading important terms. We need to know before we move on to the image formation by spherical mirrors. So first term is pole. Pole is what? If this is the reflecting surface of a mirror, the center of this reflecting surface is a part of a sphere. So the center of this reflecting surface is known as pole of mirror and it is represented by P. So write down the definition. Center of reflecting surface is called pole of a mirror. It is represented by capital letter P. So it is represented by P. Now the next term is center of curvature, which is represented by C. Now you can see if this is a sphere and this is a reflecting surface, this sphere must have a center. That center will be called as center of curvature. It means the reflecting surface is a part of a sphere which has a center. That center will be called as center of curvature. And you can write down that it is represented by capital letter C. So two terms are these, pole and center of curvature. Now the third term is, take a screenshot by pausing a video. I hope you have taken the screenshot. I am rubbing this down. Now the third is what? Radius of curvature. Radius of curvature. Now you can see that this was the pole. If this is a concave mirror, this was the pole, this is the center. The distance from center to the pole is called radius of curvature. It means the distance from center to the pole of a mirror is called radius of curvature. It is represented by capital R. And you can also write it down as the distance PC. This is the radius of curvature. Note it down. You can pause the video. After that, the fourth point we will do is principal focus. Principal focus of a mirror. For understanding principal focus, we should draw a diagram, a ray diagram, first for concave mirror. See students, if this is a concave mirror, this is pole, let's say this is center. If the parallel beams of light, these are the parallel rays of light, you can say these are the parallel rays of light, when they are incident to the reflecting surface, after reflection they all will pass through a same point. This will also. So this common point where all the rays are converges, this point is called focus. It means when the parallel rays of light passes through a point after reflection, that point is called, I am writing here, that point is called principal focus. Now the next is focal length. From here to here, F to P will be the focal length. Focal length, the distance from the focus to this. You can see here this principal focus, it will lie just between P and C. It means it is just in between. So you can write from distance F to C or from distance F to P. So distance of principal focus to pole of the mirror is its focal length. It means from F to P the distance will be its focal length. Now I think the last is principal axis. Last term is principal axis. If this is a mirror, this is pole, this is principal focus, this is center of curvature. So the line passing through all these points C, F and P, that will be known as principal axis. So axis passing through C, F and P is called principal axis, or you can say that center of curvature, principal focus, pole of a mirror will lie on the principal axis. Now let us find out a relation between focal length and radius of curvature. Note it down. You can pause the video anytime and take screenshot. As I have already told you, this will lie between P and C. It means if this was the distance of radius, so PC, how it is forming? It is forming PF plus FC. You can see PC is forming by adding PF and FC. These are representing its focal length. Let us say F. This is also F, and PC is representing radius of curvature R. So this is 2F, or you can say F is equal to R by 2. This is the relation between focal length and radius of curvature. You can give the heading relation between focal length and radius of curvature. This will help you down in solving numericals, because whenever you have radius you can find out its focal length also. So this is all about spherical mirrors, its important terms. Tomorrow we will do image formation by spherical mirror. And students, if you find this video useful, then do press the like button, subscribe this channel and share your valuable comments in the comment section below. Thank you.